Welcome back to another video, and well, let's get on. So here is a new what if called "What if Deku had creation and intelligence?" And the ship for this is Deku x Mount Lady x Midnight, and in this I'm aging down Midnight and Mount Lady to where they know Deku from when they were young. So now to the what if. We start when Deku was 4. And he goes to the quirk doctor after the school calls his parents, saying that Deku created something that requires you to be in a university or college to be able to learn the structure of, because he created a titanium, gold, and copper alloy and used it into a suit, like Iron Man. And in this, I also... Excuse that. And in this, I'm also making that Mount Lady, Deku, and Midnight live in the same area and are neighbors, and go to the same school. So Deku, Midnight, and Mount Lady are in a group, like as in a best friend group, and as the years go on, Midnight and Mount Lady start showing more loving affection towards Deku, you might say. And others catch on to this. Even Bakugo. Yes, the Bakuho. Or should I say, the great Bakugo! Don't know why I did that. And they all try to see if they can help jumpstart the relationship. But in this, Deku ain't gonna be the wimpy little bitch he is in a canon. So, he actually confronts them both. And you see in the top image on the screen, if you can, that's what he looks like before. That's what he normally looks like. Because he trains to use his quirk. Because, one, his quirk doesn't really allow him to, as like a physical kind of quirk, like how All Might and the other 8 successors built up all for one or one for all, whichever fucking thing it is, I keep forgetting. Because it is between a quirk known as, by the way, I'm naming the quirk from the brother that was supposedly deemed quirkless. It is called Pass Down, and the quirk that was given to him from his brother, Stockpile. As it went down, they fused more and got more powerful until it hit All Might, where he could basically change the wind pressure change the weather with air pressure from a Texas smash. And Mount Lady and Midnight are sisters in this. Before you go do anything stupid about this, and in this, Momo will not be a thing. Because one, Momo Yaoyorozu has the quirk creation, but Deku has creation and intelligence. So Momo is just going to be a quirkless girl who won't go to the same school as Deku because of, great Bakuga being the little motherfucker he is. Making fun of quirkless people and people he seems weaker than him. Like Deku, when he can literally just, I don't know, Deku could literally create a fire extinguisher out of nowhere and just goes, really? Bye bye explosions. And he can also emit the nitroglycerin substance that Bakugo sweats for his explosions. So he can literally just get a gun, put his hand over it, select the area where he wants to produce it from, and puts it in a water gun tank, waits till it fills up, and then just, when Bakugo is hearing an explosion, he can just be like, nah, and creates like a wall with like a area for him to shoot from, and just opens fire with the nitroglycerin from like substance from the gun. And now back to what I was talking about. Deku confessed to Mount Lady and Midnight through a date. Yes, a date. Deku is not the pussy he used to be. And he asked if they both want to be his girlfriends, and they both agreed. So now we skip to, where should we say, the Sludge Villain incident. Because in this, Deku will get the quirk he gets from All Might. I just keep forgetting the name of it. Comment down below if you know, because I know too, because I know the two versions of like the name of the quirk. I keep getting confused with the villains one, because you have One for All and All for One. I think it's One for All. Yeah, One for All. Now we go to the Sludge Villain incident, where Deku creates something to see if there's any thermal signatures in the ground, which he sees two: a Sludge Villain and an All Might build character. So he creates an area. So he just stands back and creates something to help contain the villain, because he noticed it was in a liquid-like state. So he creates the container, and he stands there, but the villain notices Deku. And I'm calling him Deku because it's easier, because as most what ifs I see, they mainly refer to him as Deku instead of Izuku Midoriya. So yeah. And if you see these two videos on screen, they're part 1 and 2 of my first what if. So go check that out on my channel. I think it's Alpha What Ifs or Villain Izuku Todoroki. So yeah, the Sludge Villain notices Deku, tries to do the whole thing he did in canon, but All Might gets there earlier and does a standard Texas smash, and Deku helps All Might collect the container, but in this, All Might has 3 quirks. Because he has, All Might actually does have a quirk, the one where he gets all big and buff. Then he got One for All from Nana Shimura, and he has quirk sense, and he has prediction. So he predicts. So he uses prediction to show who the next successor is, and he finds out it's Deku, and he finds Deku. So he tells Deku to follow him. And no, I ain't gonna make All Might a Mineta, because one Mineta ain't even a thing. That little trash perverted little motherfucker is not alive, because he is conceived during canon UA. So don't worry if I miss out Mineta, and I'm sorry for all the Mineta fans. I do not like Mineta at all. So now back to canon. Deku follows All Might, and All Might tells him that he is the next successor of his quirk, and he goes about how there was 7 users before him, and he used prediction, one of his quirks, to show that Deku was the 9th user. And they get to training right away before Deku receives the quirk. And all Midnight and Mount Lady see this, and they just see Deku working out and seeing his muscle gain get bigger and bigger. And this is before the 10-month training arc. So Deku will be twice as buff as you see in the image at the top. So Mount Lady and Midnight are showing even bigger love, and they see him work out every day for the next 30 months. Yes, because there's a 20-month gap between the UA training arc. Between the 10-month training arc and what you're hearing right now. So Deku trains for 30 months, and he is twice to nearly 3 times as buff as he is in canon. And Midnight is showing her pervy side along with Mount Lady. So when Deku's done training after the 10-month training arc, whilst he waits for the UA entry exam, they play, how should I say this? Super Smash Bros. And if you know, you know, and you're coming to hell with me. If you don't, stay pure. And this goes on for about an hour or two. And yes, it is a threesome Super Smash Bro. And so they don't take turns. They all go for it. And in this, Deku actually has a part mutant quirk that I forgot to mention about, where he's like part tiger or leopard or panther. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. So he has like the claws. So he has like retractable claws, eyes, and he has the tail. And if you want the ears, just I'll I don't know, 100 likes, 120 likes, and he'll get the full, and he'll get the full cat look. Okay. So Deku. Now back to where I was. They go for the 2-hour session in Deku's house. So Inko hears this and looks through the door and notices her baby her baby boy is no longer her baby boy. He is a man. And she is just crying out of happiness. But also she's wondering why Deku has two girls doing it instead of the casual one. Then she figures out that they're the two girls Deku kept talking about. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. If you want an extra one, just tell me down in the comments. And thank you. This is Villain Izuku Todoroki signing out. Fuck you, Endeavor.